Hi Aidan, hope you're well, matey. Usually what I'd make is a video as how to, rank your website, get it better, get it better placed on Google, like you said, in terms of the SEO. Your website's okay anyway, website looks good. Like I said, it could be a bit more sharper in terms of that sort of phone number and email address there, and that just this little bit here. And it could be, it'd be better if it was clickable, this, so, I don't know if it doesn't look like you can do that. I'd have to check it on the mobile, but from what I can see on here, it doesn't look like it'd be clickable, so it'd be nice to get a clickable phone number on there, which would be an immediate improvement on that. But other than that, yeah, all good, mate, on your website. Nice photographs, etc. If you're looking at, Skylight Cheshire as a search, you come up number one there. You can't argue with that first and foremost, which is great. And you're fourth down there. I mean, you could be, 4, 3, 2, 1 in these organic listings, but in these map listings up here, you come up number one and you've got 3 reviews. You could probably argue you can maybe get, 6 reviews altogether, and you'd be beating this company here. They're property management, but nonetheless they do Skylight. It's got Skylights there. Same for Skylight Manchester, even better, you're number one on Google, plus you just come up here on your own, so really, you've sort of got them, when it comes to Google, it looks like you've got, Manchester taken care of if you just, go off the one keyword of Skylight Manchester, and, if you sort of delve a bit more into it, down here, you can sort of see other, key other words that people are searching for. Google literally tells you what people are searching for. So these are just sort of, Skylight flat roof windows, for example. Skylights for pitched roof. So they're just words that Google can sort of tell you. If you're going to do SEO and incorporate new terms for people to find you under, there would be examples to sort of look at, really. Google literally tells you what people are clicking on. Obviously, it brings up some ads up here that I know you said you've dealt, you get involved with Google AdWords, which is good, and Google AdWords can work. I'll get onto how they can work even better in a moment. So I don't know if you take this approach to it. But anyway, Ascot, if we go into this program over here called SEMrush, this will, I can look on here, and these are sort of words that, your company could come up for, really. So if you look at, in your industry, so if you get, contemporary skylights for flat roofs, you would come up position number 78 there, basically, out, which isn't great on Google. However, what it's showing is this volume here, if it's 10 or above, and this is 90, it's not saying there's exactly 90 searches for contemporary skylights for flat roofs per month, but what it is saying is, it's a well searched for term, and you mentioned about £1.50 per click, so I don't know what sort of keywords you usually choose when you run your Google AdWords campaign. However, on average, this is $1.60, that's US, so that'd be even cheaper, for something that's simple as not simple, but contemporary skylights for flat roofs. If you were to use that as one of your keywords for when you're doing your Google advertising, you might get you'll get a lot of searches, first and foremost. If you come over to Google over here, contemporary skylights for flat roofs, and look, these sort of companies come up over here, these are obviously, these are Google ads. So, you could come up on here basically where all these companies are coming up. Whether you do so when you run your normal Google AdWords campaign, I'm not too sure. But this SEMrush is just a little, a sort of a ninja SEO type of way of getting new keywords that you might want to incorporate into your, your AdWords campaigns basically. But nonetheless, the AdWords come up, the ads come up there, there's some images, a couple of websites, and then, if we're looking locally, you come up, I'm in Salem, you're coming up here in the maps anyway, so you are coming up for the keywords. So you're not doing bad there in the slightest. If we look at flat roof lanterns, which once again, it's another word that's, if we go back to over here, it sort of shows you, it is searched for, not as commonly as contemporary skylights for flat roofs, and the cost per click is a lot more than, £1.50, which I know you mentioned, yours is £1.50 usually per click, depending on what you're optimizing your Google AdWords campaign for. Flat roof lanterns, there's eBay, Sterling Build, Roof Maker, then, you've got roof lights online, and then you've got yourselves here. So you come up. Obviously you're not number one on Google. You've got, these sort of, good websites. eBay, very difficult to take over eBay. So, this company doing well to get, to get past them really. But if you're doing your Google ads and you need support in doing that, these are sort of the type of words, maybe that people sometimes don't think of putting on the campaigns, but one that you need to be putting in your campaign, and you can get up to here really, at the top of Google, right in front of people's eyes when you type in flat roof lanterns. Same sort of roof skylights UK, another word that you were coming up for. I mean, you said you do within a 25-mile radius really from the place, from your location. So UK, I know I'm probably, looking a bit too further afield there, but nonetheless, depending on, what you want to do with the business in terms of, where your customers are and, where you deliver to. I mean, obviously there's that option there. Nonetheless, when you're doing your AdWords campaign, you're going to be interested to know if you use your actual website for people to land onto. If you're doing Google Ads and then people click onto there, the other option, if you're not doing it already, would be to create a landing page, which is basically a quick conversion page, which is what you should be looking at doing if you're not already doing so. This is just roofing and restoration, so ignore that for now, because obviously that will be changed to, skylights or whatever we're sort of, putting on the campaign. But it's a quick and easy way for people to just type in their information, send that to you, put a couple of nice pictures on there, some skylights, etc., some of your work, and get people to fill in forms. And these sort of these landing pages, as they call them, Aidan, are a lot more, very, very high conversion rates compared to perhaps landing just on a normal website page, regardless of how good your website looks. People want quick and easy, be able to fill in the details, and then get a quote, and that's what having a landing page like this has the benefit of doing, and not just on Google Ads, but also Facebook ads as well. I think you may have mentioned you're doing that anyway, but Facebook ads. So whatever sort of ads you're running, whether it's Facebook, Google, the best thing to have, for your potential clients or clients to click onto is a landing page that can quickly fill in the details in, services that they need, the name, phone number, message, and you give them a call back, and they convert a lot better for your business rather than just a traditional website. And I hope this is pretty helpful for you, buddy, and look forward to catching up with you soon. Bye bye.